Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever had a leak in your water-based system and may have heard this sound if you have a leak detector or a freeze sensor, and then you went out to your bay and checked it and you found out you had a bad diverter valve? Well, today in this episode, I'm going to show you how to change that and fix it. Let's get to it. Almost forgot. Please subscribe to my channel. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to change out this Nautilus P4 system. Actually, now we're just going to remove the P4 system and we're going to change that diverter valve. First thing I'm going to have to do is shut off the water. You can see I got close to 60 psi pressure right now. Come over here, and I am going to turn off the water. There goes the water, and this is just a little extra there. So now you can see our pressure is dropping, and it's going to drop real fast because I'm going to use these low pressure points right here and release all that water right on the ground. You can see that water coming out on the ground right there. Now, waiting for that to get down to 0, and then we'll break into that. Stay tuned. Well, here we go. All right, guys. Once you get to the step right here where you're disconnecting the lines, I think there's like 14 lines you got to disconnect. Be sure to take plenty of photos prior to doing this step so that you know how to connect the lines back up, because that would be very frustrating if you don't know where to put these lines back up at. Also, in the end of this, I will put a diagram for this specific P4 Nautilus system that shows you where to connect everything if you forgot to take photos. Additionally, I have sped this up about 1000%. It took me probably about 10 minutes to disconnect everything. Just take your time. It can seem very daunting, but you guys got it. I thought it was very daunting myself, but then after I did it, it gave me a lot of confidence. Now that everything's disconnected, I'm going to meet you guys on the outside of that Nautilus P4 system, and we'll begin to remove the entire assembly. See you on the outside. Once you get outside, guys, there's going to be 8 screws that need to be removed on this P4 Nautilus system. Some of them can be kind of a pickle with that electric drill, so you might have to get your number 2 screwdriver out like I did to get a few of them out. And then here, once you get it to be able to come out, you'll have your cable TV coax cables on there as well. Be sure to take a photo of these as well so you know where to connect them back up. And then also on the right hand side, you have your pump switch. Make sure you know how to connect those wires back up and where those wires go. And here's what it looks like once you get the assembly out. Then from here, we'll go back inside the RV and I'll show you how to remove that bad diverter valve and install the new diverter valve. See you inside. All right, so now we got our P4 Nautilus water system valve system here sitting in front of us. And what we're going to be messing with today is the white valve and the blue valve. We'll end up taking out 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And on the back side, you'll see what I bought was this replacement part right here, because it was leaking from here, and I even tried to put plumber's tape on it before. This is the second time it's been leaking on me. So I ordered a new one, and I thought it would leak the second time. When I was looking inside, you could tell that the seals are kind of worn, but I was hoping I didn't need to buy another one because they're pretty pricey, and I'll show you that on Amazon where you can get this original part from. So when we take it apart, you got a spacer here and another spacer over here, and those will just fall right out as soon as we take those screws off, and then that's how we'll end up replacing this part here. So I'm gonna swap out and show you the part that I got. Right here is the part that I ordered. It's the B&B Molders original factory parts, made in the USA. Part number 725-008-00031. And this is for the P4 Nautilus system and the P3 Nautilus system. The P3 and P4. Make sure if you're working on your system that you're getting the correct parts. And so basically what this looks like, let me get this background out of here so see that a little bit better. So yeah, I actually talked to the company and they said everything's been torqued down to specs. I tried to do a pressure test on it and I didn't get no leaks from just blowing air in it. So I'm hoping everything is torqued to spec and I don't have to remove it again. But this is the part that you get from Amazon and it looks like this. All right, so let's change this out. Now this is the part I was talking about. These are just little spacers in between and they just slide right off. That little spacer right here, it just slides right off. Just like that. Additionally, I almost forgot, these little spacers need to pop off as well. So be sure to take those off too. And now we put in the brand new one. And let's pray this one doesn't leak. Pretty sure it won't. But anyways, we'll install those spacers right back on. They just slide right on. Install your spacer. All right. And then you take those other spacers, they got little castle grooves, and they go right down between the spaces, the first spacers we put on to give a little extension. And now, should poke up through the holes. Now we reassemble. Alright guys, and then once you get it back together, you want to verify that your valves are in the correct spot. When I turn this one, it is in the wrong spot, and I turn this one, it's in the wrong spot. So it doesn't turn the other direction. You see how sanitized needs to be facing down? It won't go down, it only goes up. And you notice that none of these blue face up. So what that means is I just installed these incorrectly, which is an easy fix. Just pull them back out, just this part, and then face your valve down. Can be a little tedious, but take your time and you'll get it. All right, it can go that way and down. That's the only way this one can go. It's perfect. Now the blue one can go down and that way. That's it. Perfect. Good to go. Now we go back outside and install this up. All right, guys, I didn't show you the install because it's just the reverse of taking it out. Next, I'm going to show you the leak test. Now that we got everything all buttoned back up, last thing to do is turn on the water and pressure check everything. It is a little cold, so she'll eventually start going up. Should be about 60, but go ahead, look in here. Make sure we get no drips and no leaks. And everything seems to be looking pretty good. I hope you all got something out of this video. If you have questions or comments, please leave them below. I try to answer everyone's comments and questions. So until next time, stay tuned.